When Ethan proposed to Lily, it felt like the beginning of a lifetime of shared dreams. They had been together for 4 years, through long nights of study, small apartments, and countless coffee dates that kept them going. Their love was built on kindness and support, the kind that felt unshakable. But a few months before their wedding, a quiet disagreement started to grow into something they couldn't ignore. One evening, as they reviewed the wedding invitations, Lily hesitated. Her voice trembled slightly as she said, "Ethan, there's something I want to talk about before we finalize these." He looked up from the table. "Curious." She took a breath and said gently, "I want us to share my last name after we get married." Ethan blinked in surprise. "Your last name?" he repeated, not because he disapproved, but because it hadn't crossed his mind. "I thought we'd keep mine, or maybe just stay as we are." Lily looked down, tracing her finger around her teacup. "My last name means a lot to me. It's the only thing I have left that connects me to my mom. When she passed away, I promised myself I'd carry it forward. I always dreamed that if I got married, it would still be part of my family's story." Her tone wasn't demanding. It was heartfelt, but Ethan felt a quiet discomfort. His father had always spoken proudly about their family name, about how it symbolized integrity and hard work through generations. Changing it felt like stepping away from that legacy. Over the next few days, the topic lingered between them like an unfinished sentence. They tried to focus on the wedding plans, but something had shifted. Ethan grew distant, uncertain how to express what he felt without sounding dismissive. Lily, meanwhile, wondered if his hesitation meant he didn't value what mattered to her. One weekend, during a quiet walk by the lake, Ethan finally said, "Lily, I respect what your name means to you. I really do. But I've always felt proud of where I come from, too. My name carries my family story. I'm afraid of losing that." Lily nodded, her eyes soft but glistening. "And I'm afraid of losing mine," she whispered. "I thought love meant blending our stories together. I didn't realize it could also mean keeping them both alive in their own ways." For a while, they walked in silence. The wind stirred the water, and in that quiet moment, Ethan realized something important. He wasn't fighting against Lily. He was struggling with change. His fear wasn't about her request. It was about letting go of what he thought marriage was supposed to look like. A few days later, Lily called him over for dinner. When he arrived, the table was set simply with candles and 2 bowls of pasta. She smiled softly and said, "I've been thinking maybe we rush into planning the wedding before we talk about what really matters to us." Ethan sat down, feeling the weight of her words. "I'm not asking you to be someone else," Lily continued, "but I also don't want to start our life together with something left unspoken. If taking time helps us understand each other better, then maybe that's what we should do." Ethan reached for her hand. "You're right," he said quietly. "Maybe we need to pause, not because something's wrong, but because we care too much to ignore what matters. I want to find a way that honors both our families, maybe hyphenate or just keep our own names but share our hearts completely." Lily smiled, her shoulders relaxing for the first time in weeks. "That sounds like us," she said. "Two people finding balance, not control." They didn't cancel their wedding. They postponed it. But instead of feeling defeated, they felt closer. They began having deeper conversations, not just about names, but about values, choices, and what marriage truly meant to them. They learned that understanding wasn't about winning or losing. It was about listening with love. Months later, when they finally stood together in front of family and friends, they still had different last names. But one promise: to honor each other's stories, to carry both names with pride, and to never let silence speak louder than their hearts. And as they exchanged vows, Ethan thought of the lesson they had both learned. Communication isn't just about solving problems. It's about building trust. In love, there's no single name that defines you. It's the honesty you share that makes you one.